Hey, what's going on, everybody? So it's Keith here again at Coding Blind Tech, and in this video, we're going to take a quick look at Sonar Lint. All right, so Sonar Lint is an extension in Visual Studio Code that we can use to lint our code to make sure that our code is free from bugs, especially I use it a lot for JavaScript, Python, and C++. So it's very nice in showing me whenever I have full-blown errors, which will cause the code not to execute. It will also show me what line and a good brief description of what the error is. It will also show you warnings and infos. So this is very nice to help keep your code clean. Lint is just a piece of something called Sonar Cube, which can scan entire platforms. So it's a very nice little tool. Um, I'm going to quickly show you just how to get SonarLint and then an example of how SonarLint works right out of the box. So we are going to be using NVDA ScreenReader, and we are on Windows 11. Alrighty, so I'm going to open up Visual Studio Code now.
Start with
Alrighty.
visual
So if you end up liking this video, please smash that like button. It helps get
readme.m.
these videos out there to more people. And also,
New
if you enjoy this content and it's something that you would be or would like to be a part of and contribute to, please consider subscribing. Alrighty, so we have Visual Studio Code open now. So what you want to do is you want to go to your extensions. We're going to do that with Control Shift X as an X-ray.
search extensions
Okay,
27
so we immediately come to the search field for extensions. We want to type Sonar, so that's SONAR space
sonar
and then
12 extensions
LENT. Okay. Now I'm going to press tab one time.
lint extensions list.
Okay, so it puts me in the extensions list and it will put you at the top. And when you
New
down
note
arrow sorry about that, my Slack notifications. If you down arrow one time, it will put you on the first item in the list.
sonar 0.0 point
So we hear sonar, that's not what we're looking for. We're going to down arrow one more time.
sonar lint 3 point
All right, Sonar Lint. But here's what I'm going to do. I always stop my screen reader. That's a bad habit. I'm going to up arrow one time
sonar
and then down arrow one time and let you listen.
sonar lint 3.14.0 publisher sonar source sonar lint is an IDE extension that helps you detect and fix quality issues as you write code in C, C++, Java, JavaScript, PHP, Python, HTML, and TypeScript. 2 of 14 level.
There we go. So you hear that description. That's what you're looking for. It supports quite a few languages and it is very nice. All right, so for me, I already have this installed. But for you, if you're focused on SonarLint and you just heard all of that, you can press tab one time and you will land on the install button. Pressing enter on that will start the installation. Sorry. So once you have that installed, your best bet is going to be to Alt F4, so close out of Visual Studio Code and reopen it. All right, so once you have that reopened, it should be enabled now. So I'm going to show you how it works.
readme.md dash
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to Alt F4 out of this,
OBS
and we're going to go to our documents.
run
So I'm
dialog
just going to Windows R. That opens up my run. I'm going to type documents.
tech folder view list documents items view list.
All right, and here we don't have anything selected when you initially come to a directory. So I'm just going to press my applications key.
Context
I'm going to press W for create new.
folder F
And I'm going to press T for a text document.
documents items view list new
But we're actually
note
going to be creating, I tell you what,
new text
I'm
document
sorry that I took us on this little journey. We're going to create a folder called JS.
not selected
So
context
I'm going to hold down Control, press space, That unselects whatever may be selected in documents. And then I'm going to press the applications key, and that opens up my menu. I'm going to press W
Folder F.
for create new and F for folder.
Documents.
I'm going to type
Selection
JS,
removed.
press enter.
JS.
Alright, so JS is selected. I'm still getting those notifications. Here's a quick tip for you. Windows N, that'll go to your
7.
notifications
Clear all
bar.
notification
You can clear your
list. Note.
notifications by pressing tab one time and pressing enter. And then you can silent
Button.
notifications.
Calendar. Button. Monday, comma. Notifications grouping. Do not disturb toggle button not pressed.
And you can click do not disturb. That was shift tab twice.
Pressed.
Press spacebar.
Do
I'm a
not disturb
tab.
toggle
Press
button
shift
pressed.
tab. Alright, now it's pressed. So I'm going to go back
Documents.
over.
Items 2.
So we just created a JS folder.
Hello world. JS.
Press enter on that. Alright, and here we're going to press the applications key, press
Folder F.
W, press T,
JS.
and then that will create a text document. We're going to press Control and tap
Dot
A.
text selected.
That selects everything for creating the name of this file. And we're going to type
Select.
test.js.
Rename dialog.
It's going to ask us about renaming this. We're going to press enter for
JS.
yes, because we know the file extension that we're giving it is a .js for JavaScript. So in here, I'm going to control
Not selected.
space. That way, so we're not selected on that file. I'm going to press the applications
Context
key.
menu.
And when you installed Visual Studio Code, you should have added it to your path for opening a folder. I'll make sure to put that video in the description, and you'll have this accessible to you. So I'm going to press I.
JS. Visual Studio Code.
That's going to
Document.
open this folder up in Visual Studio Code, the JS folder.
Welcome-JS-Visual Studio.
Nice. So now we may have to say yes to trust this.
No comma.
So I press tab and land on no.
Yes comma. I trust the authors button.
Yes, I trust the authors.
Main landmark.
Press enter.
Overview of.
All right. Control Shift E
Files Explorer.
will open up your File Explorer. Down arrow.
Test.js 1.
Will focus test.js. Pressing enter
Main land.
will open that file. Now in here, we're going to write a little bit of JavaScript. Now SonarLint will pick up some errors if we have any. So we'll see how that goes. So we're going to say const, so const space, name equals quote Keith quote semicolon. Press enter. All right, so we're going to say let controller equals 0 semi. I'm going to press enter. And now I'm going to say if space left parenthesis controller space equals space 1 right parenthesis space left brace enter.
4 space.
We're just gonna console, so
And
dot
solly.
log
comma og dot
left
data
parenthesis, and then we just want to log name.
Suggest list.
And the logic here really doesn't make any sense, but the goal is just to show you that SonarLint's going to pop up.
Test.js editor has.
And we'll put a semi at the end of this line, and we'll press Control S to save. And now we'll go to the top.
No indent const name equals quote Keith quote semi.
So const name equals quote Keith quote semi.
Let controller equals 0 semi.
There's our controller. Let controller equals 0.
If left paren, controller equals 1 right paren, left brace.
So if our controller equals 1, left parenthesis or left brace.
4 space console.log left paren, name right paren,
and
semi.
then we'll console.log name.
No indent right brace.
Okay. So to see if SonarLint is having any problems right now, we want to check that by pressing F6.
Status bar.
And you want to hear status bar. Now we can up arrow till we hear
Notification.
Either no problems or one info. I'll come to it and I'll tell you.
Tweet feedback. Check dash. Broadcast go. JavaScript. Editor language. CRLF. UTF dash. Spaces colon. LN5. Infos colon. 1 button.
Okay, info's 1. This is where our Sonar Lint pops up. We can press enter on this. You may hear warnings or errors, but this is what you'll hear, or you'll hear no problems. So I'm going to press enter on this.
Showing 1. Problems tree view.
So it says showing 1 problems. We're in a tree view. All right, this is Sonar Lint now. So I'm going to press home.
Level 1 problems in file test.js of folder.expand.
So 1 problems in file test.js. Interesting. So, and I already know there's a it says it's a problem, but it's just an info. But it's just showing you a good practice. So, and that's why I did what I did that way, so it would point it out. So if now we know what file that the errors in or the info, so let's down arrow.
Level 2 info generated by SonarLint colon. Tick name tick is deprecated dot. At line 4 and character 17 dot. 1 of 1.
And it says name is deprecated. So that's interesting because I did not expect that. I actually expected it to call out the double equals, but that would have been in TypeScript. So it's actually picking up name as some type of interesting.
Level 1 problem.
Yes, but that's Sonar Lint. So I would suggest getting it. I wish I would have set it up to show you a better list of errors, but let's actually create an error so you can hear the sound effects real quick, and then we'll end this video.
Mainland. If left paren. Controller equals.
So let's say that we forgot to put a
Line
parenthesis
feed. Left brace. Space.
at the end here between the
Left brace.
left
Space.
brace and the
Right
space.
paren.
All right. So I'm gonna up
Let
arrow one
controller equals.
time and then down arrow.
If left paren. Controller equals 1 left brace. 4 space console. No intent. Let
Yeah,
controller equals
let's
0
do a
semi.
better example.
If left paren. Controller equals 1 right paren. Left brace.
So
I.
let's
Left paren.
do.
Controller selected.
We'll
4 space console dot log left
see.
paren. Line.
We'll do a return.
Earn.
Return name
Test.js.
semi.
Console dot. Return name semi.
And we probably don't want to
Line
use
feed.
name.
R. Return
We can
semi.
actually reassign name, but we're not allowed because it's constant, so it should pick up on that. So we'll actually say
Name.
name,
Space. E.
if I can spell, name equals quote John,
John.
quote semi.
Console dot. Name dash quote John quote semi. N.
I told
Dash.
you my keyboard,
Space.
my hands
Dash.
aren't working right now.
Space. Dash.
All right, not a dash and
Console
equals.
dot. Name equals quote John quote semi. No intent right. 4 space name equal. Console dot.
All right, now we're gonna go to I want it to throw an
No intent
error.
if left paren. 4 name equals quote. No in 4 space name. Line.
So we'll say
E.
age equals
32. Name
32.
age equals 32 semi. No intent. 4 space age equals 32 semi. Showing 4 problems tree view. Level 2 warning generated. Info generated by Sonar.
Oh, because see, it's only showing them as
Warning generated by
warnings.
Sonar Lint colon. Add the quote let quote comma. Quote const quote or quote var quote keyword to this declaration of quote age quote to make it.
See, it sees that age isn't there, but it's telling me that I'm trying to create a variable and I need to add a declaration value of let or const to it.
Warning generated by Sonar Lint colon. Correct this attempt to modify quote name quote or use quote let quote in its declaration.
And see, correct this name. So we're trying to modify name whenever we're not allowed. It's telling us to modify the declaration. So instead of const, they want us to do let. So you see how these things pop up. Um, but I wanted to show you an error because it makes a sound effect. But I didn't want to make this video too long either. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. The main goal is to show you this is a nice tool to have out of the box because it will help you a lot. And what I would say is download it and install it into Visual Studio Code and for your extensions and give it a try and then let me know what you think. So, alrighty, well, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to smash that like button and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.
JS row 1. OBS 2. Videos.